Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Angela. I just did one video on my card of the week, and as promised, I am doing more walkthroughs of some of the decks I have. Most of these decks you've probably seen everywhere, and my hair, I'm having a really bad hair day, I'm sorry. You're probably going to hear my dog in the background. She's losing her mind today. It's weird. But today I'm going to do a walkthrough of my favorite current deck, and that is the Seer'S Tarot. The box feels like, I don't know what that is. It's like velvety. It's published by Hay House. So if you've had any boxes by them recently, you know they're amazing. Yeah. So yeah, I got my door open. The sun came out, but it was like 70s, 80s, almost 90 last week. Friday it was like almost, I think it was like 91. I was like, this is amazing. And then we had a cold front come in. It was sleeting, horrible winds, like 60-mile-an-hour winds the last couple of days. It's super cold. It dropped like yesterday, I think it was 67. And at like 9:30 in the morning, by noon, it was like 32 degrees and like freezing rain and cold. And I'm like, what is happening? Welcome to the Midwest in spring. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and do this unboxing. I keep seeing things that, like synchronicities that are telling me to go ahead and do it, even though there's a ton of them online. But it came with this great, let me show you. It's got a little thumb holes that the box top comes right off. Inside it says, and into the gray we follow like 1,000 flickering stars, and there in its sunlit hollow we lose and find what is ours. Dear light and shadow seer, may this deck help you to find what is yours. XO Chris-Ann. And that is just beautiful. And I love the little pattern at the top, like the back of the cards. Comes off. There's a little book that comes with it, and again, this is the mass-produced version. I missed the Kickstarter version. I wish I hadn't, because I would have totally backed this deck. It came with a huge book. You can see it on other people's channels, like Lisa from Supportive Tarot. She's got the Kickstarter version, but this book is amazing as well. It's got a couple little it's got a couple little A Journey of Shadows and Sunshine for Sean. I like how it's got little writings in it. It's got a letter to the Light Seer, which is us, people that bought the deck, working and healing with the Light Seer Tarot. Gives a little description on the major arcana, the minor arcana, a note on upright cards and reversals, how to connect with the cards, a couple little spreads, and how to do them, a couple more little spreads and how to do them. There's another spread, so it was at 5 spreads, and then it gets into the major arcana and gives you a picture. And what I love about this deck, and what I was able to note right off the bat when I saw walkthroughs before I ever bought it, was instead of reversals, it gives you Light Seer and Shadow Seer side of the card, and then a description of the card, and then it gives you a little saying at the bottom of the little sayings in there, or the definitions. But excuse me. But that's what I really love about this deck. This course has 78 cards in the deck. This is the backs. Everybody's seen that. The Kickstarter version came in like a real light, pretty spring color green. Mine did not come edged, so I edged it in this beautiful darker green, if you can tell. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And the cards are all mixed up because I use it all the time. But there is like the design on the back, or in the inside of the box. On the back, says the Light Seer'S Tarot. The 78 card tarot deck is a healing tool and guide to explore both the light and shadow sides of our nature. By reimagining the traditional tarot archetypes and symbols in a contemporary boho and intuitive style, the Light Seer'S Tarot expresses the light and shadow side of our natures and explores the lessons that can be learned from both. The expressive characters who live within the landscapes of the cards tell stories, ask questions, and provide guidance. This deck is an ideal companion as you seek to uncover the places in your life and in yourself that are most in need of illumination. And that's what I was saying earlier. I do see the duality of light and dark side in these cards, and that's why one of the reasons I love it. Yeah, I etched in the darker green, which I love even more than the light green, and it matches the backs and so many of the colors in the deck perfectly. So yeah, let's get right into it. This one is the Star, and I love how it's written like she wrote on the cards what they are, instead of like a font style. It looks like they're written on there, and they're in different places. This is Ace of Wands. This is the reason I bought this deck, and if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know why. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Death or Rebirth, the Hierophant, however you want to say it. And I love the colors in this deck are just amazing. Nine of Cups, Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords. And this card, from what I've seen on the Kickstarter version, it was a different card. It's the only one in the deck that's different. But it doesn't matter to me because I never had that deck. But I love this interpretation of the Ten of Swords. Magician, another one of my faves. Love the colorings. They all just work together. It's amazing. The Emperor, Eight of Cups, King of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups. I love all these colors. It's just amazing. The Lovers, which if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that's my year card for the year. Page of Cups. I love the little flying pig at the top. And then the heart and the like shadow side, or the almost like his soul is doing the heart below. Two of Pentacles. Love these colorings. The Hermit. I don't think there's a card in here I don't like. Knight of Swords. Ace of Swords. Love that. Inspiration. The mind. It's very powerful. Four of Wands. I don't I don't think I've ever pulled this card. I think it's one of the few I've rarely ever pulled. I pulled this a couple times. I love this card, Page of Swords. She's walking across the sword on the bottom. She's balancing. I love how she's holding the light bulbs. It's like inspiration, and then I don't know if it'll pick it up. There's like inspiration coming out of the book. It speaks to me on a lot of levels, that card. The Tower, probably my favorite interpretation of a Tower card. Knight of Wands, and I love that it's a female. And she's just doing her own thing. Marching to the beat of her own drummer. Of her own drum. 8 of Wands, and you can really feel the movement, and I love the colors and the movement in this card. Page of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. 3 of Wands. The Wheel. Love this. I love the dark and the light. And like she's balancing both of them. King of Swords. Love him. Okay, and then we have the 8 of Pentacles, and I love the colors in that. Love it. Yeah. And then we have 6 of Swords. Ten of Cups. The Moon. Love the colors in that too. It's amazing. And you got the nod to Rider-Waite-Smith. The 2 dogs howling at the moon. It is still like there's a path on either side, light or dark, however you want to look at it. Empress, and I know a lot of people don't like the fact that she's pregnant, but I love it because it's like she's giving birth to the world. She is giving birth to the world. It's beautiful. Hangman, and I love these greens. It's my favorite color, as you all know, and it matches the edging I did perfectly. The High Priestess, gorgeous. Queen of Wands, beautiful colors in the wands too. 4 of Swords, love it. It's time for rest and contemplation. 9 of Wands. 5 of Swords. I love that card, even though you can tell there's a lot of in his head going on. And if you notice down below, there's a guy down there, and there's like a blood trail. Barely see it. Yeah. Interesting. 6 of Wands. 10 of Wands. She's packing up and moving on. 4 of Cups. And yeah, this, especially the Rider-Waite-Smith, it's all about maybe they're in a depression or they can't see the choices they have in front of them, and all her cups are empty. But and there's like a duality here, the rainbow and then the planting of ideas, thoughts, and she looks very depressed. But this is a beautiful, beautiful card. It doesn't make me feel depressed at all. It makes me feel like the rainbow. The Fool, another one that's got my greens in it that match the edging. Beautiful. And I love this. I love that it's a woman. I love that instead of her not knowing, being naive and not realizing that she's going over the edge, she's doing like a trust fall. She knows exactly what she's doing. And she's taking a leap of faith. Love that. 3 of Pentacles. You get a real sense of teamwork and community with this card. 7 of Swords. I pulled this quite a bit. 5 of Wands. This is my stalker card of this year. And I did a video not too long ago. It always supposed to be about competition, and I always see it as teamwork. They're working together to reach the fire in the sky on this card. But the last time I pulled it, it struck me that maybe this is not different people, but it's different aspects of myself struggling with myself for certain things. So I found that very enlightening. And it gave me a new perspective on this card. I love this Page of Pentacles. Very much grounding, about grounding and finding balance. I love the colors in the background of the trees and stuff in that. Justice. That's my dog. Sounds like Chewbacca. Sorry. Two of Wands. The Chariot. This is my soul card. Which I'm still not quite clear on why. Because I don't really resonate with this card at all. But you can really get a sense of movement in this card. And I love that again, there's a nod to the shadow and light side of yourself. And that's my dog with the horses, the black and white horses. Okay, I'm going to pause and I'll be right back and I'll let her out. Okay, I'm back. So, Knight of Cups. I do really get the sense of the knight in shining armor with this card. It's almost fairy tale-esque to me. You've even got the white horse. But to me, it's more about rescuing yourself versus waiting for some knight that's going to rescue you. And I love that. Three of Cups. Love the colors in this, too. It's a real sisterhood in this card. Togetherness. It's beautiful. Five of Cups. It's a very draining card. It's like you're draining all of your energy. The Devil. I love this Devil. He does look very tempting. But he's got the strings pulling on the person down below. It speaks volumes. King of Pentacles. Love him. He's very, he's very wise. Temperance. And I do get, again, a real sense of balance and light and dark in this card. The sun and the moon balancing each other out. Two of Cups. Love the colors in this again. And I love the diversity of it. Really love that card. Three of Swords. This is probably my least favorite card in the deck. Even though it is different than a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it is very dark to me. It almost feels like the heartache you're going through, you're bringing upon yourself. And that's probably why I don't really care for it. Queen of Cups. Love the colors in that as well. And I do get another, again, a sense of balance in this card. Two of Swords. Love this card. Love, 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 love this card. It's probably my favorite strength card in any deck. I love the duality of she is the lion. I love it. Love it. There's so much strength and power in this card. Six of Pentacles. There's a sense of giving and receiving, a give and take to this card. I love it. 10 of Pentacles. Gorgeous. Very a sense of family in this and togetherness, which we could all use right now, right? The sun, gorgeous. It's almost like it's radiating through her. Gorgeous card. 6 of Cups. Again, gorgeous colors. It's a very sweet card to me. 7 of Wands. I adore these colors as well. And that's very powerful too. She's in her own bubble, meditating, finding peace. Judgment. Again, another color card like the edging. And I love that card too. Say there's not many in here I don't want. Ace of Cups. Queen of Swords. I love her. And if you can look at the bottom, she's got her heart locked away in a cage. This card, yeah, speaks a lot. I pulled this one quite a bit. 7 of Pentacles. A real sense of waiting for the fruits of your labor, planting the seeds and watching them grow, watching them take root and manifest. Love that. The World, another more colors like my edging. Love that. And I love the symbols on it. Queen of Pentacles. Gorgeous. And I'm not saying much about these because these were the ones that I did in my weekly spread. I didn't shuffle. 9 of Pentacles. But I did say a lot in the previous video about these. And 5 of Pentacles. Very dark, shadowy card to me. So that is my version of the Light Seer's. It was the mass-produced version. It was on sale, which kind of ticked me off recently at Hay House for like $15. I don't know that the sale's still going, but you might want to check it out on Hay House. The cardstock is pretty good. I like it. They shuffle amazingly well. And I messed that up, so I'm going to try that again. And I'm dropping them. Yeah, but they shuffle really well. Yeah, careful, shuffle well. Hand over hand well. And they're trying to fly out again. Yeah. Yeah, they're. I saw a couple different walkthroughs of this deck before I bought it, and of course at the time it was, what does the Eight of Swords look like? I don't care about any other cards. I need to know what the Eight of Swords looks like. As soon as I saw the Eight of Swords, I'm like, oh, I have to get it, even if it's just for that card and I never read with it. But I connect with this deck on such a cosmic level. It's scary how well I connect with this deck. It's my baby. It's my newest fave, and it is starting to wear a little bit where on the corners kind of where because I use it all the time. But it is a very nice deck. I would say, even because I am a beginner, really, I consider myself a beginner still. So all of this, it's great for beginners, especially if you don't want to read reversals, because you're still learning the ins and outs of the card itself. It is still a good way to see both aspects of the card, the dark and the light, with being newbie to it all. We got, I keep pulling him too. King of Wands. I'm going to read to you what it says in the book of the King of Wands. If I can find the wands. I was already in there. Light Seer, an entrepreneurial spirit, a natural born leader, ideas that can be ultra successful, a creative visionary, timelessness, success, fire. Shadow Seer, being overly ambitious, a need for compassion, egomania, being too assertive, explosive emotions, impatience. And I do see both sides of that. I could see how he's so powerful and strong that he can it's like an overcorrection of that balance. This fiery guy, he's a charismatic and natural born leader whose vitality emanates through his laughter and his obsession with a life well lived. As you dance into this energy, you may feel a surge of entrepreneurial passion that pushes you to the edges of your epic success. The card of moguls, masterpieces, and soul inspiration. The King of Wands calls you to unleash that offbeat weirdo that you've got inside and be absolutely unapologetic in your pursuit of the stellar. Ground your vision through the wildly novel expression of big ideas, and if you find yourself getting tripped up by the minutiae of the everyday, recruit, help, and map out the bigger picture. Holler passionately. Invite others to see what you see. The shadow side of this energy is that you may not perceive your own blind spots because of an overzealous ambition. Keep arrogance and unrealistic expectations at bay and work out the kinks before charging ahead with your intensely vibrant heart. Passionate and heart-fueled, we build this empire of light together. Love that. Yep, that is my Seer'S Tarot, the mass-produced version. I heard a lot of rumblings after I bought this deck of people getting them from Hay House that weren't the paper. Some of them were peeling, some of them were missing, all kinds of horrible stuff. But I've never had an issue with it. I think maybe I just got it after they worked out all the kinks. I got lucky that way. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys and my take on some of the different cards. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, subscribe. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.